Welcome back to Instables, everyone. So again, going over my daily plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the SPY. Again, we have CPI reports coming out 1 hour before market open tomorrow. Again, our previous CPI was at 8.3. Prior to that was at 8.5, so we are sitting on a decrease in CPI. However, we were above expectation last CPI, above 8.1. Our expectation going into tomorrow in pre-market is at 8.1, so we want to see as far as we can get below 8.0. That will be exactly how bullish we do get, is how far we do get down below 8.0, and that will give us that possible anticipation on the Fed's pivoting. And then from there, we want to see the Feds listening to CPI. We want to see good responses, that they see inflation decreasing and that they see unemployment at a good enough number for them to possibly pivot. I'm going to go over exactly what we're looking for here. Again, we have been talking about our 5 Elliott waves here. Again, mentioning our 5th Elliott wave is a very key point. I'm going to go over all this with you guys. Now, before I jump into this, you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that like button if you find this video useful at all. Hit subscribe if you want to see my daily plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the market every single day. We go over candle structure, overall strength levels, and any key indicators that we need to be focused on. And again, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instables, and again, we mention any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, again, we have been tracking our 5 Elliott waves. As you guys can see, again, we do have our first Elliott wave coming out with our second, our third, and then we did mention our fourth was confirmed about a few days ago. We mentioned our fourth wave was confirmed after our non-farm payrolls came out higher than expected. We did have that pullback, and then we have been continuing on lower, slightly lower, since we have not been overreacting, because again, CPI very much could be that pivot. We very much could bounce back here with that decrease in CPI, giving us a possible chance of a Fed pivot if the Feds do listen. And then from there, we will be looking for that confirmation, looking for that break above that momentum that we had from our initial spike out of CPI will be very key. Again, the Feds do need to listen to CPI. We want to see the Feds definitely responding with comments that inflation has been fighting at a good enough pace for them to possibly pivot. So again, we will keep an eye on that. And now looking at our MACD, again, as you guys can see, we have been talking about the last couple of days, we have been getting that decrease in buy pressure. After we did get some buy pressure, we did mention that we could cross back down, and now we are looking to see if we do cross back up here on our EMA lines, looking to see if we can get our 12 to cross back over our 26, as we do have higher lows here showing us that we could have more divergence to come and possibly a continuation on higher soon to come. But again, making sure we do keep an eye on our buy pressure here, as we will get an early signal for our EMA lines to possibly cross when we do get a continuation on decreases in sell pressure here, looking for white shaded lines to continue on lower here, and then getting that increase in buy pressure, looking for confirmation to break above our previous buy pressure point to see that we are increasing with pressure, and also breaking above the median of our MACD. And then from there, we will be looking to see if we can get our EMA lines to cross and continue on above the median of our MACD for that ultimate rally that we will be looking for. So again, we are crossing back lower, but again, just keeping an eye on this, again, just staying focused. Even if CPI comes out higher than expected, then maybe we get a large amount of sell pressure coming out, and then we do get that continuation on decreases in sell pressure after that, looking for confirmation. Again, breaking above our previous buy pressure point will be very key here. So again, we will keep that on watch, making sure we do get confirmation on our MACD with our buy pressure is very key. And looking at our RSI, again, looking to see if we have room to run to the upside. We very much do. As you guys can see, we are pointing down on the RSI. We could get possible triple divergence, again, jumping back into oversold territory, and then possibly looking for higher lows, as we would get ultimately higher lows here if we did bounce back out of oversold territory above our prior low. Of course, we would be looking for that as a possible confirmation on another divergence if we did continue on lower. But however, if we did continue on higher, this very much would be justified on divergence that we already got, again, getting higher lows as we were oversold and getting lower highs here on our price action, again, getting this bounce back. So again, if we did have a bounce back, if CPI was lower than 8.0 or significantly lower than 8.0, then again, we would be justified with our divergence that we have on the RSI. So again, just being open-minded leading into CPI, we will see exactly what happens if, again, we do get a higher CPI than expected, then just letting the discounts come to us. Again, on the weekly chart, we are getting close to our 200 weekly moving average here. So again, we could bounce off of our 200 weekly moving average, and again, getting very close to what we called as a very strong support here at 340 if we do continue on lower. So again, very much looking to see if we can get a possible reversal at this point, or if we do drop down below our 200 weekly moving average, then we would be looking to see if we can bounce back out of our 200 weekly moving average from there. As you guys can see, prior with our COVID pandemic, we jumped into our 200 weekly moving average. We jumped back out of it. That gave us confirmation, just enough strength to have that reversal. So again, if we jump below below our 200 weekly moving average, then looking for that reversal. But if we get a higher than expected CPI, then looking for that reversal possibly from here. We will see exactly what happens, but again, just making sure we get confirmation will be very key. And just to recap again, looking for below expectations at 8.1. I want to see if we can get below 8.0. That would be very key for that possible momentum to the upside. But again, if we had a possible lower decrease in CPI, just barely lower, that we could assume that rates have not done the job and that inflation hasn't moved exactly how we're expecting based on how much rate hikes we have. So again, just keeping an eye on tomorrow's CPI will be very key. Now again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instables room, again, any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instables that come over every single day and support the channel, I appreciate you guys. Just looking to see exactly what tomorrow's CPI comes out as. If it comes out higher than expected, then we know exactly what we're looking for here. If we drop down below our 200 weekly moving average, or if we do have a higher than expected CPI, we're looking for that possible reversal. We will know exactly when we do get confirmed. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.